What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is John. Today, a big box good. The Adidas men's Kaptir 2.0 I picked up at Dick's Sporting Goods for $85. Today, a try on of first impressions, but most importantly, a comparison. Last year, if you remember, I reviewed the Adidas men's Kaptir 10, which stands for first generation. Today we're going to be doing a comparison between the all-new version 2.0. There are differences as well as similarities. We'll talk about what they are, but most importantly, because like I said, we're doing a try-on and first impressions, we'll talk about what I like about the shoe and of course what I dislike about the shoe. So stick around. We're doing a comparison between the Kaptir 2.0 for $85, which we have in front of us here today, to the Kaptir 10, which I reviewed for roughly the same price over 1 year ago, and of course the try-on and first impressions. Let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, roughly 1 year ago, probably a little bit more than a year ago, we reviewed the Kaptir 10, the first generation. Other products on the marketplace, 10 demarcates the first generation. So, of course, the Kaptir 10 are roughly the exact same as the 2.0, or should I say the 2.0 are exactly the same as the first generation, minus a few differences. So on Dick's Sporting Goods website, you can first see that the Kaptir 2.0 have a bold Adidas logo at the back of the shoe, compared to just the 3 stripes on the Kaptir Generation 1 sneaker. Of course, you'll notice another difference is the color options. A little bit conservative, I would say. The Kaptir 10, classic, original, black, white, for example, gray, dark gray, light gray, and of course, like I said, the classic colors. Just for the sake of comparing the 2.0 to the 10, you can see more colored options and also varied color options. So you're starting to get away from the classic blue and red, and you're starting to see more features such as specs in the sole, the bold Adidas logo, contrasting Adidas stripes against a gray shoe. I think you saw with the Kaptir 10, everything sort of blends together. They're similarly colored. The only contrasty Kaptir 10 shoe is the gray, white gray, which you can see that you get white stripes and a black sole. But for the most part with the Kaptir 10, like I said, original colors, white on white, black on black, navy blue with navy Adidas stripes to match, the gray with the gray Adidas stripes, all the same hues. Of course, like I said, the main difference is the Kaptir 2.0 takes it just a step further, more contrasty, more character. Okay, a little bit of digging here. Another difference, just to prove my point about the build structure and the overall similarity between the Kaptir 10 between the 2.0, I went to Amazon and searched for the Adidas Kaptir sneaker. Amazon is great actually to sort of look at past items because they never delete them, even though you'll find that it's currently unavailable, and actually it does look like it's available in a good amount of sizes. So perhaps I'll link this original Kaptir sneaker in the description below. We know this is the Kaptir 10 because it lacks the bold Adidas lettering at the back of the shoe. Even though in the title it doesn't say Kaptir 10, it's Amazon. I know Amazon is confusing. I can guarantee what we're looking at here is the Kaptir 10. But okay, like I said, to compare this to the Kaptir 2.0, it's not all that different, and we know it's not all that different. Looking at the tread, looking at the sole, you can tell the front quarter foot stomp and the rear quarter foot stomp compared to the 2.0 are exactly the same. Even the vein or spine or center line of the shoe, but just like I said, to prove my point, the bottom of the shoe on the Kaptir 10, as you can see, is exactly the same as on the 2.0. Okay guys, now that we've done the initial comparison, let's highlight just a couple of the features and take a closer look at the men's Kaptir 2.0 compared to the Kaptir 10. So the first point I'd like to make is because the shoe is a mesh cloth upper, you can almost treat this like a t-shirt or a pair of jeans. It stains easily, but depending on which color you get depends on which stains it will hide the best. So keep in mind, obviously the black sneaker will hide dark colored stains and the white sneaker will hide light colored stains, and of course vice versa. Light colored stains will appear on the black shoe, and on the white shoe black colored stains will appear. But like I said, because it's a mesh upper, definitely treat this like a pair of jeans or a t-shirt. Now, one interesting feature compared to even the Kaptir 10, but most importantly other sneakers, is actually the thickness of the circumference of the laces on the shoe. So much thicker than other laces you will find on other sneakers or running shoes or any type of shoe really, and even compared to the original Kaptir. So let me know in the comment section below why you believe the laces are as thick as they are. Not something I've seen on other shoes, but here you can tell they're thicker. Also, this in turn I think is a downside, because if something happens to the laces and you need to repair them, chances of finding a thick circumference or round lace like the one we have here might be just a little bit more difficult. One interesting feature to note about the Kaptir 2.0 compared to the Kaptir 10 and also other sneakers, because this I think is an innovative feature, you'll notice that the tab to get the shoe on and off the foot is no longer at the back of the heel like it is on the Kaptir 10, and is instead on the tongue of the shoe. But instead of sticking out like any other pull tab you might find on any other Adidas or Asics or Brooks or Nike shoe, you'll actually notice that the tab on the tongue to help you slip the shoe on and off is integrated into the tongue for a more streamlined and compact look. So interesting design, not only because it's so unorthodox, and you can actually see it's an Adidas elastic strap integrated into the tongue. It's fairly wide, it's got a bold Adidas logo on it, it's underneath the laces. What makes this so innovative and so interesting is other shoes that don't typically incorporate pull tabs into the tongue or the heel could finally actually integrate them. So think, for example, a dress shoe, like a men's dress shoe, getting the shoe onto the foot, having a pull tab integrated into the top of the tongue so that you can help get the shoe on the foot, but so that it doesn't compromise the slender or sleek profile of the shoe, you could easily integrate it into the tongue. I think you get my point. And last, but most importantly not least, exposed stitching, striations in the sole of the shoe, material, and overall profile, I think you can tell are nearly identical to the original Kaptir 10. Okay guys, now that we've done the initial comparison and a close-up look and overview compared to the Kaptir 10, let's talk about how the Kaptir 2 fit. So just like the Kaptir 10, upper mesh lining makes this breathable, lightweight, and flexible. Running up and down the steps here for the past couple of minutes, they have been extremely easy to pivot in, jump up and down in, and provide plenty of support stepping down step to step or running up step by step. The only downside to this shoe is actually the design. So you'll notice the right shoe is perfectly tied. Holding down the laces are actually these little pieces of strap. They're like a cloth rope attached to the side of the shoe, as you can see, that hold the laces in place. Tightening the left shoe down, as you'll notice, they actually broke. So the solution to try the shoe on, to be able to run up and down the steps, I actually tucked the laces on the left shoe inside the shoe and under the foot so that they wouldn't fall out or get in the way of my step. But as you can see, just a little bit unfortunate that they broke. I will be returning these because they are effectively broken, defective I would say, Just an interesting design that it would be as easy as it was to adjust the laces and break that pull cord, or that cord holding the laces down. As you can see, they're perfectly tight on the right hand side, but not so on the left. Kind of an interesting fiasco or incident, I think you could say. Was not expecting to break them simply by tying them. Anyways, guys, that has been a try on, a first impressions, a comparison. You also witnessed an unboxing, the Adidas men's Kaptir 2.0 sneaker, not a running shoe, just to clarify, really just an athletic, all-purpose, sleek, slender, modern looking sneaker. All black, comes in roughly 7 or 8 or 9 different other colors, some of which are contrasty, some of which are conservative. We have this black on black. Like I said, great for hiding darker colored stains, but there's also a white on white, great for hiding light colored stains. A rule of thumb I normally mention on this channel: white during the day, black at night. So keep that in mind dressing this shoe, deciding what job you want to wear it at. Perhaps you work in a restaurant, or maybe you work somewhere else. Retail, for example, probably would benefit from wearing a white colored shoe. Most importantly, the fit and finish here, it's exactly the same as the men's Kaptir 10, which was a phenomenal shoe. I reviewed that shoe roughly a year ago. This is a size 12. I probably would have benefited from wearing a size 11 or an 11 and a half. A size 12 is just a tad big. This is a wide and spacious shoe, not only because it's a flexible shoe with a mesh upper, but also because it's a wide diameter shoe. So should be able to accommodate a wider foot as well as a narrow foot. That being said, because it's something that you tie down and it's athletic and sporty, the better it fits, the safer it is to wear. So perhaps if you're an 11, get an 11. Never a size or a half size up. So with that being said, it fits phenomenal. It's lightweight, it's comfortable. A couple of key differences between this shoe and the Kaptir 10, but not many. It's pretty much identical. You've got the removable cloud foam foot orthotic on the inside. Dick's Sporting Goods does sell individual foot orthotics if you want to upgrade to a better foot orthotic. We can also do a review of that. Let me know in the comment section below. And last but most importantly, not least, a defective feature about the Kaptir 2.0. Where the laces are held down, you can see this strap here, or piece of cord, however you wish to refer to it. It's extremely confusing and complicated for me to explain, because never has anything like this happened before, simply tying the shoes. What I wanted to point out was you can no longer tie the shoe if this breaks, which it does so very easily. So unfortunately, I'll have to return this. Maybe Adidas can update something here and maybe just replace a couple of these modules here so that laces don't break on future models. With that being said, just one defect. Otherwise, the shoe is phenomenal. For $85, perhaps just be a little bit wary of this defect here. It might actually come true with your shoe and break. Like I said, this is a size 12. It's actually bigger than what I need. So it wasn't tight on my foot. It wasn't strained in any way. It didn't break under pressure. Like I said, it's a defect. Otherwise, anyway, great shoe. Thank you so much for tuning into this unboxing first impressions. Because I picked the Kaptir 2 at Dick's Sporting Goods, that does make this a big box good for $85. My name is John. Thanks again so much for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notified when I post to YouTube, and share this video with friends and family. My name is John. I will see you in the next video.